Hello and welcome back to the Aviators St Helena podcast. My name is Kabir and I'm the head of the Aviators St Helena division. Today I'll be joined in the virtual studio by Warwick and Thomas. We're going to be taking a look at St Helena Airport statistics for 2021 and give you an update on the airport 2 years into the pandemic. This is the Aviators St Helena.
For those of you who don't know anything about St Helena, St Helena is a British overseas territory. It is an island in the South Atlantic Ocean. For many years, the only way to get to the island was by the RMS St Helena, which was a ship service that carried cargo and passengers from Cape Town, South Africa to Jamestown, St Helena. The journey took 5 days and certainly wasn't convenient.
After much a controversial process, it was decided that the best thing to do to keep the St Helena's tourism and economy moving was to make a large economic investment and build an airport for the island. Many locals were nervous to open up the island to the world. After all, it's one of the best kept secrets in the world, and the airport would place the island on the map. Some thought this was a great idea for the economy, while others were reluctant. There was a shaky start to the airport when it was found through an implementation flight that St Helena had severe wind shear on the island. There were possible solutions to the issues, but it meant jeopardizing other aspects of the route, such as payload. South Africa's British Airways Comair, who discovered the issue on their 737-800NG implementation flight, eventually realized that it was not profitable to fly to the island with the constraints from the wind shear and pulled out of St Helena.
South Africa's Airlink decided that St Helena was the destination for them. The wind shear was not as much of a problem for the smaller Embraer 190 aircraft, and it fit into the regional route network of the airline. Once the agreement was signed between St Helena government and Airlink, the airport was open for business. St Helena Airport was very successful before the start of the pandemic after it opened its doors in 2017. However, once the pandemic occurred, things changed rapidly for the airport. Today, we're taking you through St. Helena Airport's highlights for the 2021 calendar year. Not everything that happened in 2021 was good for the airport. For instance, there was a 21% decrease in passenger numbers when compared to 2020, which showed that the island had little passenger air traffic in the year. This was mostly since Airlink, the main air service provider to the island, was not able to operate flights from South Africa.
Even though Airlink couldn't operate to the island, St Helena did receive monthly charter flights from the UK government operated by the Titan Airways 757 throughout 2020 and 2021. These flights will end in March as Airlink is set to commence weekly flights to the island in March 2022. A brand new video coming soon on this. From this perspective, COVID allowed St Helena Airport to be visited by a wide variety of aircraft types. In 2021, Titan Airways operated numerous shuttles between London Stansted to St Helena via Accra, Ghana, as well as the shuttles between St Helena and neighbouring Ascension Island.
St Helena Airport also had the highest number of medical evacuation flights, with a record of 22 flights in 2021. These medevac flights, as they are known, are services that operate when a patient needs advanced or emergency medical care. These flights operated by South African Guardian Air and ER24 are life-saving for those on the island who need it. Previously, patients would have to wait until the RMS St Helena had arrived and was able to transport them. The journey would take 5 days at sea. Now, patients can get life-saving treatment with several hours in the air on a specialized medical aircraft. Although, these flights take some coordination with the weather, which can be challenging and unpredictable aspect in St. Helena. These flights are efficient and life-saving. It takes a team for these flights to happen. From St. Helena to the South African government, ER24, Guardian Air, and St. Helena Airport, and more. These flights deserve lots of recognition. We made a video discussing the medevacs in depth, linked below.
St. Helena was also the first British overseas territory to host an Airport Council International or ACI safety review. In addition to this amazing achievement, St. Helena Airport received international press coverage when Airports of the World magazine covered St. Helena Airport's rocky start but its subsequent success to a large international audience. These events are both attributed to the St. Helena Airport Limited team, who work hard to get the recognition that they deserve for the island and the airport. In 2021, Shell turned 5 years old. It's amazing to see how far this airport on a small island in the South Atlantic has come. And congratulations to all of our colleagues at Shell for this achievement.
Some of the St Helena Airport's other achievements for 2021 include the highest record wind speed at a whopping 90 knots, 104 miles per hour or 167 kilometers an hour, as well as a successful Shape Fun Day, educational visits by the Beaver Scouts, primary school and creches. Shell has been critical to ensuring that children on the island get a good understanding of aviation, its impact on the island, and any future career paths that might await these children. From teaching kids how ATC works, tours of any to tours of the airport and its fire services. These have all been important for the education of children on the island. Last but most importantly, St Helena Airport has worked to keep St Helena COVID-free and safe. This has been a challenging task during the pandemic, but the team at the airport managed to keep St Helena as one of the few locations to skip the pandemic with zero infections.
They were also an instrumental part of the introduction of the AstraZeneca and now Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines onto the island. These all arrived on the Titan Airways charters from the UK and needed special logistic details from the Shell team to ensure that they arrived safely to be dosed out to the public. In 2022, we look forward to Airlink reintroducing its weekly services onto the island in March. In the meantime, though, we'll be giving you an exclusive aviation content from the island of St. Helena to the world. Next time on the Aviators St Helena, we'll be discussing how Airlink plans to begin service to the island and what it takes from the team of hardworking, dedicated professionals of both Airlink and St Helena Airport Ltd to make these flights a success. If you want to see what the Airlink's in-flight service is like, go check out our Airlink stress test video linked below. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Stay safe and happy flying. We'll see you in the next video. This video is produced by the Aviators St Helena and St Helena Airport Ltd. Protecting you, protecting us, protecting St Helena.